In traditional Aboriginal society, rainfall and the availability of water dictated all activity and movement. So when the Elders Council was sitting down and discussing whether or not to conduct the annual ceremonies here at Muatwintji, which we called Nutumbala in language, they were mainly discussing rainfall. Has there been enough regional rainfall to allow all of those visiting groups to travel here comfortably? Has there been enough local rainfall to promote growth of the native grasses? And most importantly, to top up all of these waterholes. We think that about 1,500 Aboriginal people were probably gathering here on at least an annual basis. If you've got 1,500 people camped here for a couple of weeks, they're obviously going to require a lot of water. So in many landscapes in Aboriginal Australia, we're lucky enough to have natural permanent waterholes like we can see here. But in many parts of Australia, there were no natural waterholes, which meant that those local Aboriginal people had to then create man-made waterholes. It's a fairly simple process, and we're lucky in that most of Australia is dominated by this kind of sandstone, and this kind of sandstone, or sandstone in general, doesn't like being heated up, because when sandstone heats up, it cracks and splits. So what our old people would do is find themselves a nice flat rock surface and then light a fire on top of that sandstone. The heat from that fire is then going to cause that underlying sandstone to crack and split, remove that debris, and then repeat the whole process again. So by repeatedly lighting fires and then removing the debris and then lighting fires and removing debris, what our old people were able to do then was create these man-made watering points. It's important then that once you've created the man-made watering point, that you wait obviously for usually summer rains to fill up that waterhole, and then you need to go and get a piece of stone to sit on top of that man-made watering hole. Because if you don't, emus and kangaroos are going to come and drink your very precious water supply. So for modern Aboriginal people, I think we need to revisit the idea of regularly maintaining our traditional waterholes. Obviously not many of us are involved in grazing and farming these days, so we don't think about these natural waterholes very much. But certainly I think we're not really meeting our traditional obligations for the maintenance of these waterholes. If we keep this water healthy, it means that our animals are going to be healthier and our country is going to be healthier.